When I think of Mississippi, I think of home. You know, I think of good food, I think of love, I think of family, I think of creeks and horses and dogs, and my brothers and I running barefoot through the woods. I think about my daughter growing up in a very different Mississippi than I grew up in. For some people it's music, for some people it's civil rights, for some people it's literature. For me it's home, and it's all of the above.
Home. You know, I think of somewhere where I grew up that's a very complicated place, very interesting, dynamic, colorful place, but also a place where there's a lot of shame because we haven't healed a lot of our wounds. I also think of a place where I find some of my favorite race relations in anywhere, but I had to leave for 18 years before I realized that that was true.
No people is like Mississippi people. They will tell you what they think. If they don't like it, I don't care whether you're black or white or green or polka dot, because if they like you, they like you. And if they don't, they don't. They'll tell you they don't like it. So you got to prepare yourself to try to get along. And you say, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. But what did I do to you? You know, we're talking people, that's another thing. We will talk to one another.
People tend to speak to you, even though you don't know them. They're more apt to kind of come up and talk to you, both black and white. There has been intimacy between blacks and whites in this state, maybe more so than you might find in any other state. And so there are a lot of contradictions in this state and surrounding in its history, and that's what makes it a very unique place.
When I think of Mississippi, I think of it being the home place, the place of Mom and them, but it's also the place that murdered Emmett Till and smiled as his body slipped into the Tallahatchie River. So it is the best and worst of American history in race. It is the microcosm of American history in race. And it's an appropriate place to begin to think about the journey of democracy and how race has infused or informed that journey.
Mississippi is kind of America and the South heightened, I think, because everything is to the nth degree. I mean, you have immense beauty, but you also have immense poverty here in this state. I find all that mix of today and the past and all these things very fascinating. Plus, I love the people of Mississippi. I love Mississippi. It's a wonderful place to live and raise a family.